Hi, and thanks for visiting. For over 2 decades, I've helped businesses grow by developing deeper customer relationships and improving sales processes. I've worked with realtors throughout my entire career, and I've designed this program specifically for you to provide a better customer experience and then leverage that to drive referrals and grow your business in a repeatable way. So let's start by talking about customer satisfaction. We don't want satisfied customers. We want enthusiastic customers. That's who's going to help you grow your business. And what's the difference? Well, let's talk about it. Early in my career, I read a book called Close to the Customer by James H. Donnelly Jr., and it really transformed the way I looked at customer service. In the traditional business model of customer service, businesses view the path a customer travels as linear. The customer moves from dissatisfaction to satisfaction or vice versa based on their experience. So when you dig deeper, you see parts of the transaction, when present, can eliminate dissatisfaction but not produce any real satisfaction. And other parts produce satisfaction but when not present, produce no real dissatisfaction. So let's look at an example. You're on your way to a meeting, you swing through a drive-through, grab a cup of coffee and a dozen donuts for the meeting. You pay, get your coffee and donuts, drive to the office, open the box on the conference table, and there sit your dozen assorted donuts. So what would your reaction to this experience be? Most likely there would be no reaction. But let's say you drive away, you take a sip of your coffee, which was supposed to be black, and you discover it has double sugar, double cream, so you're already disappointed. You get to the office, open the box on the conference room table, and find you got a dozen of everything bagels instead of your donuts. So now the entire conference room smells like garlic. What's your reaction to this experience? Well, you're most likely disappointed, maybe a little angry. You're very likely going to tell everyone at the meeting what a horrible experience you just had. And that might be your last trip through that drive-through. There are transactions like this drive-through experience, or using a bank ATM, for example, that are filled with potential dissatisfiers. They get everything right, and it's simply a non-event. They screw any piece of it up, and you're dissatisfied. So what does this tell us? You better have a good system in place to get orders right, or you're going to have a lot of unhappy customers. Unhappy customers have a way of leaving and spreading the word on their way out. I'm not a fast food operations expert. I don't know if there are a lot of potential satisfiers in a transaction like this. A pleasant person behind the speaker and at the drive-thru window is certainly going to help. But you're going to have to find other areas of your business to create satisfiers to build loyal fans. Loyal fans tend to stay even when dissatisfying events happen. Real estate may be one of the best examples of an industry where creating satisfiers is crucial. Attracted by promises of riches, thousands flock to real estate careers every year. By year 5, 9 out of 10 are gone. You're here. That means you aren't one of those 90%. You know it's not enough to simply help someone buy or sell a property. You have to provide value. By producing enthusiastic customers, you create advocates that drive referrals. According to HubSpot, the average closing percentage of a lead is 10 to 30%. What's the average closing percentage of a referral? 50 to 70%. The lesson? Pay more attention to driving referrals instead of buying leads. It's like doubling your effort for every referral you work versus every lead you work. So how do you create enthusiastic customers? Well, I'll talk a little bit about my experience. I spent a chunk of my professional career in the corporate media world. I was relocated every few years for almost 2 decades. I've bought and sold my fair share of homes. I've worked with some really good realtors. They got me through the process with little to no issues. I definitely wasn't dissatisfied. Would I recommend them if someone asked? Sure. Was I an enthusiastic advocate actively spreading the word? Not really. I've gotten a few gifts at closing, but rarely, if ever, was there any future communication or connection after the sale. What if they had stayed in touch with me with a year-long series of gifts, personal letters, and notes like what you're seeing on the screen in front of you right now? Do you think they could have driven even just one referral out of me? I would say the odds are yes, especially after the number of people I would have told I just got another gift from my realtor a year after I bought my house. So our program starts at closing. Your client's going to receive this personalized doormat along with a separate thank you letter. Like all communications, it's on your letterhead with your signature from your return address. Everything's very personalized. So in 3 months, they're going to receive a thank you / referral letter. And then in 6 months, they're going to receive this personalized coaster set along with another personal note from you. In 9 months, they're going to receive another thank you / referral letter. And then on their 1-year anniversary, they're going to get this great personalized cutting board. This has your logo in the bottom corner of it. So every time they pop this thing on their kitchen counter, you are right there with them. So what's the best part of this? Well, it's all turnkey. Well, maybe the best part isn't that it's turnkey, it's that you can make a lot more money with no extra work needed by you. You give us your client's name and address, we handle everything from there, even sending you reminders prior to each letter and gift delivery. So you're tuned in to every touch point while spending your time meeting with new clients and selling more properties. Local data where I live here in Ohio tells me the average agent sells about one house a month at an average sales price of $275,000. At a 3% commission, it's about $8,000 a house. If you can drive just one referral from each client and close half of those, that's the low end of the HubSpot data, that's $48,000 in new income with no extra work on your part. So if you're interested in learning more, click the link on this page, request more information. Let's schedule a brief call. I'll answer your questions and see how we can get this program started for you. Thanks. Make it a great day.